I can say all that I know right now, and this is that there will be 8 songs on it. Most of the titles are finished, so we're still working on putting the finishing touches to it. We started yesterday evening. Tonight will be another rehearsal where we work on the rest of the songs. This afternoon we prepare one of the songs for finishing it tonight with the other guys, and tomorrow we do a kind of a pre-production recording to see where we are, like to have a kind of demo to work on that and go from there. And as far as it's planned right now, we're gonna record it in January. At least the vocals. Maybe the other stuff will start earlier. So there's a release around I think in early April.
I think if everything will
late April.
If everything will go as planned, the plan says that the release day will be at the Keep It True Fest, which is somewhere at the 21 of April, something like that.
End of April.
So, well, we're planning to record during December and January, as Gerrit said, and finish with that in January. We have a deal with the same label that we did the last time, the last album. This is Cruz del Sur music from Italy. And, we finished today, as Gerrit said, hopefully. Well, late April then.
Open wide the
No. I really keep that totally different. I mean, if the music is pretty, like with Battleroar, it's very well played, very not really symphonic or something, but there's a lot of stuff happening, and it's pretty different to Sacred Seal. With Sacred Seal, most of the time it's pretty thrashy these days, and Battleroar is very epic, so it's a total different mood, and I would not want to try to sound like in Sacred Steel when I'm singing for Battleroar, because that would make no sense. When I'm singing for my Doom band, I'm also singing different. At least I'm trying to. I hopefully will manage to not sound like on a Sacred Steel record at all when recording for Battleroar, because I hope that the voice is just becoming a part of the picture, you know? Not that anybody says, well, it sounds like Sacred Steel or something. Of course I can't, like I phrase stuff in a special way and I have my German accent and all that. So of course you have stuff that is my voice, you can change it, but I try to have other melodies, I try to pronounce it a bit in another way, and I try to make it more fitting to what Battleroar built up over the past, more than 10 years. So I want this album to be a worthy predecessor to the others, and not some kind of project sacred Battleroar thing, you know. It's totally not that idea, absolutely not. So hopefully nobody will say it sounds like Sacred Steel.
Well, I think it's inevitable. Some moments there will be, it's Gerrit, you know, it's the same voice, it's the same singer. Because, okay, Gerrit can say the difference because he does that thing, but for the rest of the people, for the average fan, you know, he will say, yeah, I recognize that voice. This is the guy from Sacred Steel. The music sounds different though. So the whole mix will be different. Gerrit is Gerrit, okay, but he will not use he's free to do whatever he wants, of course, huh? But I think he doesn't want to use the brutal vocals on this album, and I don't think it fits also, but
if there would be passages like that would scream like, do this, but there are no passages like this. There are more passages that maybe scream like, hey, we need a spoken part here, or something more like Old Fate's Warning kind of vocal lines, or, you know, like this, or more mythic, more enchanting, not this I punch you in the face and kick you in the ass kind of stuff. But I wanted to add something about the vocals. I met a lot of people over the past 20 years that said, I can't stand your vocals in Sacred Steel, but I like your vocals in Dawn of Winter. Really? Yeah. So there must be a kind of difference. And some people say you should only sing doom metal, and others say, well, I can't stand the slow shit, you know, play more heavier stuff. So it's all a matter of taste. But I think I can kind of separate it quite good because I just take the song idea and then go from there and do what the song requires normally.
Far from the dust of his land, follow the dream, soar on the tide, glory and gold, shine like a man.
Of course, it's also something like 6 years since the last album, 5 to 6 years. And okay, well, the band back then has changed. Half of the band is away, the members I'm talking about. But we have a new singer, we have a new guitar player, a new bass player. So we have the same elements, it's me, the drummer Nick, and the violinist Alex, but we remain here. I think it's normal now to hear new stuff because you have new players in that game. And I don't know if it is if there is a development to a specific direction. Definitely it's still Battleroar because, well, you can avoid that. We're there, we're here. And well, but it's a bit different. It's a bit, I would call it like a step forward. But I don't know to which direction because, as Gerrit said before, it's all a matter of taste in the end. Maybe some people would still prefer the older stuff than this one. Well, if you will ask me, I will tell you that this is the natural development about the band who wants to do something in a more professional way, like not professional like making money or something. Okay, I'm talking about making it seriously and taking it to the next level, as it goes with music and with arrangement, with production or whatever else. So if you compare it to the previous albums, I think you will see there is a clear development to the front. So, well, but I think it's not me who has to answer that thing, but the fans themselves. Well, that song we have already presented it live with Gerrit on the vocals back on the Grand Magus show and on some later shows. Well, the main actor of the movie actually is not. It's a friend of ours. He did all the cover artwork for our previous album, and along with him we met the director of the movie and the guys. We invited them over on a rehearsal of ours, and well, we had the talk. They were searching for music for their upcoming movie. Well, we believed in their act, in their effort, and what they do, and we wanted to put something there. So we invited them in a rehearsal, and we played a couple of songs that we had in mind that it could fit because we heard about the script. They told us what's the story behind the whole movie, and they decided that they would like to have that song because it fits not only like as music but also as lyrics and everything. So we managed to make an instrumental version about that, a shorter version that it could fit on the end credits of the movie. And but for the new album, for the upcoming album, there will be the normal version, which is a longer version with Gerrit singing there, and well, it's gonna be there, but in a different form. That's all.
I contributed partly to it. Most of the ideas come from Kostas because he's, of course, deeply rooted in Greek tradition, and he knows about the stuff he's talking about, and so he gives me some of the ideas, and sometimes he even gives me sketches, and I just turn it around to make it like rhyme or fit. So it's a shared effort. I would say that the direction of the lyrics is not too far from the old stuff. It's still this kind of sword and sorcery stuff in there. Also mingled in is a bit more history, but there was history in the old stuff as well.
Yeah, some.
So it's a bit more history this time than less fiction and a bit more history, which maybe is a good thing because it's also becoming a bit more mature. Everything's becoming a bit more mature anyway. So like also compared to Sacred Steel, when we started we just were like metal, and that was everything, and iron and steel. And the older we became, the more we opened this up and added more themes and became a bit more mature and serious about stuff. And I think this is like with every band, and also of course Battleroar. The more you like work on something, and the more you already have songs about this and that, the more you have to dig deeper about stuff that really touches you. And of course, with a land with a history like this, you can always dig up stuff that is still touching and also relevant for today. So I think this is a pretty historical based record, also with fiction in there, but more facts than fiction.
Yeah, there is a lot of mythology part there that we use, but more or less what we always try to do is to bring out themes that they can travel in time and stay up to date, always. That's some meaning of being epic. You want to write about something that can travel through time, and it doesn't go only to people that they live nowadays. So we actually, for example, we have a song in the new album talking about the chariot of Achilles of the Trojan Wars, which was carried by 2 immortal and 1 mortal horse, and all this is mythology, which is actually a bit of history together. So we try to bring out such stuff, and Gerrit has some great ideas about some ancient Greek tragedies and stuff like that. Well, wait and listen to that. But more or less, we didn't change the route, starting talking about political or society things or whatever. It's more or less the same.
Well, Kostas and me are friends since years and years, and we run into each other here and there. And I always knew how much he's into this Battleroar thing, and that it's his baby and all that, and how serious he takes this. So he just had the idea once to have because he had a gig planned with what was it, Grand Magus in Athens.
Here in Athens, yeah.
Last year, September.
Previous September, yeah.
And he said, well, if I could help out. He was at my place, we were like having some drinks, some friends there, and if I could help out for that one show. I was like, wow, I mean, if this guy asked me to help out, that's a big thing. And I was a bit intimidated by that. But on the other hand, what I knew of Battleroar is that it's like my cup of tea. So I said, okay, I listened to it and I tried to do it for that one occasion. And I, got into the song, got into the lyrics, and I rehearsed at home a lot, and it was a lot of work for me. But on the other hand, it also was a big challenge that kind of felt good, And if something feels good, then you should do it. So when I came to Greece with my best buddy as a kind of vacation with that gig, additionally, I was very nervous and all that, but they all said, well, you just got to go and do this. The gig went down very well. Lots of people came up to me and said, wow, that was great. I didn't know, because I don't have any comparison and all that, and I've seen Battleroar in the old days. I think I had to keep it true, but only 2 songs or something, because I'm most of the time very drunk when I'm there.
And we were the first band to hit the stage on the Keep It True
but
on the 10th.
we're always there the day before. you can tell. So I was very nervous, as said, but it went down really good, and I like the feeling being on stage with this kind of people, because I like them as persons, and so I thought, well, good thing, thanks for the great evening, let's go home. And then after the gig they said, well, that was pretty okay. We would like to continue with that. And I said, well, okay, let's think about it, but you know that I got lots of other things to do, and I'm on another fucking, well, not island, but it's fucking Germany, it's not Greece, and it's not easy, and you know all this, and I'm in several bands, and I got a son and all that, and so we discussed this very shortly, and I said, if possible, I would like to continue this, because it just feels good, and you never know where it leads or how long it is possible to do this, and I don't want to be an obstacle if they could like do a tour that I can't join because I can't do it because of job or whatever. It was started as a kind of session thing, but now it's a year ago, and in that year we've been working on songs and we've been in contact regularly and all this, so it is no need to put this tag on. So if somebody would like to call this a session singer, I don't mind. And if somebody says, you're the singer here, also fine with me. I feel like I'm a part of the band because I'm working on the songs, I'm working with the guys. And as long as this is a productive process that we all enjoy, then this is a band for me. And whatever I do at the moment, I do 100% anyway. So if I'm in that band or that band or that band, it's never has this project feeling for me, because I'm in my mind frame, I'm always 100% there for the band. You never know what happens in 10 years. And it's all up to these guys. So if they, as I said, if they have other stuff that they need to do that I can't do, just because I can't. I would want to, but I can't. Then, of course, then I'm maybe back to session. Not a big deal if you put a tag on or not.
Well, from our point of view, it's actually that Nick, our drummer, and me, who started the band and we're still here, we were, since the very first years of the band, his main band, Sacred Steel, we were a fan of his band and his music and all the things he does. I'm a big fan of his Doom project. No,
it's a band.
It's a band.
1990.
Yeah, of course, they're even older. I mean, the Dawn of Winter. And well, we were good friends for many years. So, well, we thought that we could make it work. In the back of our mind, I should not lie to anyone. The back of our mind would be that, okay, let's have that show now that we need him and we can do it. And I think he would fit. There were people that were saying, well, we don't know if his voice will fit or something like this. You never know until you have it there. But, well, we did the show, it went really well. We heard what the fans said, and they said that it fits fine. We listened by ourselves that it fits fine. Gerrit said that, okay guys, whenever it's possible, we'll do it. So we work on making it possible, to happen, and it goes fine up to now. And well, we tried a lot of guys after our main singer left since the last album, and nothing seemed to work so well. So we wanted someone that we can rely on, and Gerrit is one of these guys. So it works fine. For me, it's great to play with friends, and the most important thing is that we get well with each other. We're really good friends, so we can have that on the whole chemistry about that making music and playing live shows and do things for the same band. It's fun. We're having fun. It's great. So we do it. And for as long as it is fun, we will try to do it and make it possible for everyone to do it. That's it.
Up on the mountains where the gods did reign.
Yeah, actually, the guys who made the movie, the Dragon Phoenix Chronicles, the Indomitable, they offered us the chance to have a video clip, well, with scenes from inside the movie. And probably this is going to happen with the release of the new album. We're going to have a video clip of probably the poison well which they used in the movie. Well, nothing confirmed yet. I mean, we need to work firstly on the CD. We'll come out and then you start touring, playing, whatever is possible, because let's not forget that this is not our job, you know, it's not.
Of course, the first Greek bands that really made an impression on me, and I'm sure that I'm not the only one, where when the second wave of black metal came, and I was in the middle of that with Darkthrone and whatever in '91, and shortly after that, Varathron and Rotting Cries, Thou Art Lord, and all the stuff that was in Unisound. I got some Unisound samples at home, and I got some of their releases, and I was pretty much into that Greek thing, because I think they had a special take on the black metal thing. It was more a kind of mixture of black and death metal with and very own identity. All the bands had a signature sound, while the rest of the world sounded like Darkthrone copies. So I think that made them special. So that was when I turned my head. I mean, I'm in the metal scene since 1980 or so. So that was the first time that I really turned my head to Greece, and was like, wow, there's something happening. I have to order stuff in Greece.
Yep.
And next time that I turned my head was when I met Kostas, because then I was like, oh, there's a band that I can listen to, look up to. That's from Greece again. That's my cup of tea. That they have the same influences here or there. They have a different approach, but it's nevertheless my cup of tea. Apart from that, of course, I got Marauder CDs that I got from Greg and stuff like, and I got a Crush record that I once got as a gift in the late 90s and stuff. So I'm kind of familiar with Greek stuff. I got stuff from what was a Metal Fighters label. She put out some stuff that I got those CDs, and so I always was familiar. But I must say that right from the musical point of view, I always thought it's okay, the stuff, but there was nothing that really kicked my ass until I heard stuff like Hyrkanian Blades from Battleroar, where I was like, yeah, that's my cup of tea. This is 100% the song that I like, you know. So that's why I think that, not because I'm now involved with Battleroar, but I think that Battleroar is a bit above the usual Greek stuff, if I dare say that.
I should not speak like the insider on this, but I will keep the music part, and I'll say that of course there are really good bands by all aspects, but it's time, I think, to start looking to ourselves and not to what others do, if you get what I mean. And it's time to forget that old story saying, yeah, we're in Greece and we cannot do more things or bigger things or whatever. And especially about the epic, classic, heavy scene, which seems not to be that big or that united. Well, have a look what's happening on the death metal scene, or the black metal scene, or the thrash metal scene. There are really important bands that play abroad and they make big tours and they are really successful and they made it. So it's time to cut the bullshit and the excuses and work on what we do and treat everything really professionally and forget that the whole world is just Athens, or maybe the rest of Greece, because Athens mainly is where everything happens. And stop believing that if you're important playing in Athens, you made it. The world is out there. There are so many stages, there are so many festivals. Go out there and prove that you do it right. And the rest of us should be there and salute this effort and be proud about what a Greek band can achieve outside of Greece or inside Greece.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good luck on what you do.
Definitely. What's the name of the channel?